is this anybody's first time seeing a film in 70 millimeter? Can you raise your hand? Oh, wow, quite a few of you guys. All right, round of applause for you guys. Let's go. All right, good job. Is this anybody's 10th or more time seeing a movie in 70 millimeter? Okay, wow, all right, good stuff, good stuff. So, for those of you that are inexperienced or uninitiated, 70 millimeter is unlike your traditional movie-going experience. It's not presented to you in a digital format. It's using actual film, right? 70 millimeter film is a very, very rare style of presentation. We are one of approximately 40 theaters, not just in the United States, but in the entire world that has the capability to be able to play films in 70 millimeter. And with that being said, sometimes we get people from far-flung places that come here to watch movies here in 70 millimeter. Is there anybody here today joining us from outside the DFW area or outside the United States? Yes, ma'am. Where are you from? Arizona, okay. Houston, anybody else? Yes. Where? Houston as well? Arkansas, anybody else?
Buffalo.
Buffalo, New York? Yes. Kansas City, Missouri or Kansas? Kansas, all right. Down here, Aero? Australia, oh! All right, very cool stuff, very cool stuff. Okay. All right, so this film I'm holding in my hand, this is what 70 millimeter film looks like, okay? Specifically what I have here is 24 frames of 70 millimeter film. This right here is actually equivalent to 1 second of your movie. Everybody say, ooh. Ooh. Everybody say, ah. Ah. All right, so this is what 1 second of your movie looks like, okay? If you were to stretch out the entire film from one end to another, it would be approximately 11 miles long. When it first arrived here, before we assembled it, casings and additional leader that we needed to add on to the film, it weighed over 800 pounds, okay? So it's a lot of film that we're dealing with up there, okay? Like I said, this film gets fed into the projector at a rate of 24 frames per second, and then it gets projected onto this big, beautiful screen you see right in front of you here. This screen is 5 stories tall by 7 stories wide, making it one of the largest IMAX screens in the state of Texas, one of the best ways to view this film, okay? So, because it's not a digital presentation and because it's an analog presentation, okay, you're gonna get a better quality picture than you would with digital. If you ever see a movie in digital, if you get close enough to the screen, you'll actually see little pixels on the screen, right? But with 70 millimeter, you don't get that. No matter if you're sitting in the front row or in the back row, you're gonna get the same clear, crisp, beautiful picture all throughout, okay? So that's how we get the picture. The sound comes to us via a set of speakers that are located behind the screen. The screen itself actually has a bunch of tiny micro perforations that allow the sound to come to you, approximately 20 per square inch. In addition to the speakers behind the screen, there's also 2 massive speakers in either corner of the auditorium. Those are there for your surround sound. So I can assure you, hearing your movie tonight will not be a problem. I promise you that, okay? Just to give you a frame of reference for how powerful the sound in this auditorium can get, when we played The Dark Knight Rises in 70 millimeter, the light bulbs in all of those sockets up there actually came slightly unscrewed to the point where when we turned on the lights at the end of the show, they would not come on. So the bass was able to do that. Luckily, that doesn't happen anymore. We've since fixed that problem, okay? So that's how we get the picture. That's how we get the sound. Now, because this is an analog presentation, not digital, we got to have a human touch, somebody that puts it all together for you, okay? That person's name is Jennifer. She'll be your projectionist tonight. She's actually standing right there up at the window. Everybody say hi to Jennifer. Truth be told, that is a soundproof window, so she did not hear you whatsoever. All right, so that is Jennifer. That's your projectionist. Last couple things we got to go over, just some general housekeeping things. For those of you that have never been here before, nearest restroom is going to be across the lobby, down the hall, and on the right, okay? And then after your movie, do you guys know what you're going to get? A Cinemark survey, woo! But no, seriously, guys, for those of you that are Movie Rewards members, if you could fill out that survey, we'd really, really appreciate it. So that way we know you love coming here for 70 millimeter and you want to see more of it, okay? All right, with that, I have a couple more minutes. I believe I can take 3 questions from the audience about 70 millimeter or just anything in general. Anybody want to ask a question or anything?